I'm Chelsea Zaccato.
And I'm Natalie Heacock.
And this is Lumber Slingers.
Each podcast, we will be bringing you relevant and useful industry information, including interviews with top lumber professionals and discussion of current events in the industry.
Whether it be lumber grading, industry and market trends, or who's who in lumber, we hope to extend your current tally on industry knowledge.
Hi.
Good morning.
Here.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you.
How was the 40th birthday party?
You know, it was pretty low key. Just stayed in and cuddled and watched movies.
Sounds like I need to interpret this.
That's cool.
Sounds like you went off the rails.
We may have. We may have somehow gotten the title of the Real Housewives of Boring, Oregon. And the last day we went out to brunch and we were just, minding our own business. And our waitress comes over and she's like, I don't know, 65, sweet little lady. And she goes, "Oh, you're the Real Housewives of Boring. We've been hearing about you." Yeah. So safe to say,
It's official.
we had a nice time.
Did they hear from you all the way from the mountains down?
Well, we had brunch in government camp, so it was in the area.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow,
See the
rumors spread
impression?
fast.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing, right?
Yeah, we had fun.
Good. And Monica hopefully felt showered with love.
I think she did.
Good.
She did.
Good. Is there any
Yeah.
fun hot goss or anything to share about the whole thing?
Well, I mean, no, the saddest part was that we were supposed to go snowmobiling and there wasn't enough snow. So that got canceled.
Did it?
But we went sledding instead, and there was a bar at the top of the ski hill. So that was fun.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's fun.
You go sledding, but not snow. You need,
Yeah, the trails just weren't ready. They just needed a little
Because-
more snowpack. And
I gotcha.
apparently there was a bunch of people that are not knowing what they're doing, tearing up the trails. I don't know. So
Those damn snowshoers.
Snowmobiling's super fun though. Like I've done it before.
Yeah.
It's crazy because you go so fast, and it's just you kind of don't I don't know. When I was doing, it, I was just when you're going on the trails, it's one thing because you're in a big opening, it's whatever. But you go in those trails and you're going fast, and it's you're I don't know. For me, it's afterward, I was I probably should have been a little bit safer, not going as fast through some of those areas. But it's just so fun.
Yeah. We also had a guide. So it was a guided trip because a lot of the girls hadn't gone. There was 12 of us girls that stayed in one house. And so some of them were nervous, but we had a guide. It was 90 minutes. It was going to be fun. I'm sad, but
Next
it's
time.
okay.
Next
Sledding
time,
was fun. We still got to wear cute snowsuits. So it wasn't all for nothing.
As long as a fashion can happen, really.
Exactly.
Fashion
The
That's
only.
fashion
right.
happened.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. How was your guys this weekend?
Oh,
Hmm.
it
I
was.
don't even remember.
Yeah, it was good. It was kind of low key overall from what I remember, which is not much. We found a new church that we're started going to, which is pretty cool because we've been looking for a new one. And so that was kind of cool to be able to go to this one. Quinn had some friends there. So, the congregation was super nice. So that was super fun.
Aw.
I know. So I'm excited about that. On the fashion side, I got a couple new jackets. That was pretty cool.
Ooh, that's
He-
awesome.
Having a clearance sale. So I got two Cole Haan jackets actually, because I just liked how they were. One's kind of like a dressy upper wintry type one, and another one is this. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this one because I don't know if I can actually pull it off. Is a black leather jacket. I'm I don't know if this is going to work for me or
I
not.
think
though.
you're a leather jacket guy, Trent. I really do. I could see
I just
that.
have
Yeah.
zero confidence in anything in me now because of as we spoke about before, my awful hairline. So I don't know. I'm just trying to do anything that will attract away from my face, basically.
Trent, just
Wait.
put a leather hat on. A leather hat, leather jacket. And the confidence, it's going to fly in.
Is that how it's gonna work?
Yeah.
I better see you at Traders Market in that.
And the ladies.
Yeah.
You'll be like, excuse me, I'm married.
Please.
Be beating them away, right?
Boom, boom, boom. Well, that's good. My weekend, thanks for asking. Pretty low key. Adam and I wanted to stay home because, well, you know what I did? My highlight of my weekend was I got Frankie a big girl car seat because she was so big for her baby car seat.
Aww.
And we probably could have got turned in for the car seat we had her in previous.
Did.
So we
By the car seat police?
Yeah. It was bad. Because she's gotten really long, so her feet were, like, up in the air. In the last one, it's like, it doesn't look safe. So Frankie and I went out to Nordstrom Washington Square and got to try a few car seats to see what we liked, and it was nice. We gave Dad a break at home, got a car seat for Frank's, and now she loves it.
Aw.
So, yeah, so that was, like, mom life, highlight of my weekend.
Aw. Well, I mean, you were gone for so long. It's just nice to be home.
Yeah, we just wanted to be home.
I have a random question that I wanted your opinion on, Chelsea.
Yeah.
Do you use Apple Music or Spotify?
Well, I'm an actual psychopath. I use both, and it's really bad. Rocket Money would just be shaming me all day if I had the app, but I pay for both, and I prefer Spotify. But for some reason, I pay for the Apple, like, family plan that includes everything, so it's kind of just bundled up in there. Sometimes I'm like, "Oh, oops, I'm on Apple." But most of the time, I'd say 90% of the time I'm on Spotify.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. It's just better.
It's better. Like, in my opinion, if you want, like, a playlist or something, you just put in the mood that you want. Their playlists are superb compared to Apple. Yeah.
I've never used it.
Why are you
Spotify.
asking?
Well, I'm just feeling like I'm missing out.
What do you use?
Do you have a lot of friends that use it?
I use Apple Music.
Okay.
Well, I just keep hearing that their playlists are really good.
Yeah, they are. They're better. They're far better than Apple. I don't know what algorithm Apple uses, but Spotify is elite.
What do you use, Trent? Nothing?
This is gonna be real.
If you say Pandora, I'm going to freak out.
Trent, what do you use on your Android phone?
There it is. Oh, there it is. Like, okay, so my wife pays for Spotify, and she actually still does have Pandora because she's got a legacy account, so she pays like $1 a month or something. I think she still pays for it, but
Okay, I'll accept that.
I don't use anything because this is where I sound like the oldest person in the world.
You use CDs?
I have MP3s on my phone, and I only listen to those because I
Trent.
listen to. So I like the music I listen to. Basically, is this the music I listen to, and I have a lot of live shows which aren't on any of the streaming ones. So I just download them. They're on my phone, and then no matter what kind of weather or signal where I'm at, I can always listen to them because they're downloaded onto my phone.
But you can download songs to your phone?
I have so many
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah, it takes
So,
up a
like-
lot of room on my phone. A lot of room.
Trent, I feel like maybe all of our, like, Gen Z listeners probably don't even know what an MP3 is.
It's the format of a song that's compressed down. So it's not like a
It's
FLAC.
not
which
getting
is
better.
much
It's
higher.
getting worse.
Yeah,
getting worse.
they're physical well, close to being physical files that you put on there. So it's like no one can take it away. Like, but it worked out well for me because on Spotify, one of my favorite bands, which I've spoken about before, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, they're no longer on Spotify. So if I only listen to Spotify, I wouldn't be able to listen to them. So
That's the other thing I hate about some of these apps is some things will become exclusive to Apple or exclusive to Spotify, and it kinda just sucks when it does that, or they go off completely off of one of the streaming services, so I get that.
guess who doesn't have that problem? Me, because it's on.
Yeah.
But like,
But also, like,
so like if there's a new song that comes out,
what do you do?
How do you? What
Do
do
you
you
plug
do?
it into the
New song.
computer? How do you do it? How do you get an MP3 on your phone?
Download it because most of the music I get is free. Like King Gizzard puts all their live shows for free, and you can download their albums off of Bandcamp. So like I'll
Off
download
of
on my
what?
What?
Bandcamp. It's like
What's
where you
that?
it's an independent artist website. So like people put it on there, and you can share music, and you can pay for it. Sometimes you don't have to usually pay for theirs. So then I can just download it. I look like I'm hurting your brain right now, Chelsea. You're like, oh God, what is happening right now?
Honestly, you lost me at Bandcamp.
It's a website you get music from. Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm going to process this and come back to you with some questions about it. So, like, if I wanted to send you a new song, I was like, listen to this brand new Hillary Duff song that just dropped.
I would say no.
Okay, don't have to shit all over my childhood, Trent.
Hillary
Hillary
Duff, by
Duff
the
has
way,
new
make
music.
a
I didn't
comeback.
know that. But if she did, then I probably would use Spotify. I think I have the app on my phone. Maybe I'm not sure. I think I might have it on my phone, or I would just look it up on YouTube and watch a video if they had a video, or if someone put it up on YouTube. Then I'd probably do that to hear it once. But I couldn't listen to it multiple times. To your point, unless I wanted to download the song and put it on my phone.
Wow. Well, that's an interesting way to live. And
A great
It's not wrong.
segue. Great
It's not
segue
wrong.
into lumber news. It's a really good segue. I promise.
You guys, I have been out of the loop of lumber news. So what's happening?
Oh, you've missed out on a lot. So we're just gonna have to focus on recently, because I mean the news has been popping off, as the kids say. Is that what the kids say these days? I'm pretty sure, me being on the
Poppin'.
cutting edge. That's what they're saying, right?
We're going to need to get a Gen Zer on here.
Do you know any?
Quinn could come on here. She would probably just say 6'7" the whole time, and then be like, ha 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 ha. And I'm like, nope, that's not what we're looking for out here, bub. Sorry.
What is that age range? Is that like Henry, my son Henry?
What, 6'7"?
No,
No, that's
Gen Z.
No, because like Zach in our office, he's Gen Z, right?
Oh, he is?
So yeah, I think your son is like the next after Gen Z.
I think there's
Oh.
one. The next one's Gen Alpha, isn't it? What it is? I thought that we looked this up recently,
Yeah. Alpha. We needed an alpha.
which makes it really
From
funny because
born
does that
from
mean that the next
2013
one
to
is Gen
2025.
Beta? It's like, sorry guys.
Well, Henry was
Our-
born in what year? 2015?
2013.
13. Oh, so he's on the cusp. Because that's when it started. That's when it switched over.
Okay. We could feature him someday.
Alpha
There you go.
2025.
And then he'd just be like, oh, cooked. You're so cooked. That's cooked. Everything's cooked, man. So cooked. Oh, he got cooked. I'm like, Henry, if you say cooked one more time, I'm going to lose my mind.
So the next generation started last year called Generation Beta.
It really is named that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
brutal. Come on, guys.
They're globally minded, community focused, and collaborative.
Well, the name's appropriate.
And they're going to be raised in a world facing significant societal changes, including climate change, global population shifts, and rapid urbanization. Wow.
Too many jokes are there for that.
They will be children of millennials and older members of Generation Z.
Wow.
What did you say?
Wow.
Older? Are you calling me
Gen Z
old?
having babies. Cray.
If they're older, then what does that make? Although, real quick, random side note, like, we've realized that all the music stations we listen to on the radio are all classic, and they're all playing music that, like, I grew up on, which is really depressing. Like, I don't know if you realize that. Like, it's like 90s and 2000s, and it's like oldies, and I'm like, wait, what? Like, all of them.
Yes.
Like, there's no oldies anymore. It's like, oh my
Yes.
god.
I was
So
just
I
telling
just
this to Chelsea. I was like, my Apple CarPlay was not working. And so I had to listen to the radio. And I was listening to the radio and they're like, oldies. And it was like, Usher.
Little John.
I was like, excuse me?
yeah,
This
exactly.
is not old.
Quite.
I'm
in
trying to
fact.
get low still and I still can. Okay. I'm
Yeah,
not old.
I might
have that
stay
hard
down
to-
there, but
Yeah. Someone might have to pull me back up. But, anyways. So, about lumber.
about that lumb.
Figured we could start off with a couple acquisitions. Some recent ones that were announced, or like I said, one recent one announced. The other one's a little bit older, but it's kind of came across my radar recently, but I thought it was a pretty decently important one. First one recently was announced, Prime Source Brands. They have acquired Advantage Industries. So that was announced recently. The Advantage Industries, they're located in Deerfield Beach, Florida. I was like, I don't think so. No, because it came out this week. The one that I thought was the interesting one that kind of flew under the radar, and this one was the agreement was announced last year in like the end of November, but I didn't hear about it until recently. Was Southern Carlson. They got basically, so they were previously owned by this company called Kyocera. They were from Japan. They had been bought years ago. I want to say maybe 5 to 8 years ago, give or take there. They were just sold to an organization called TrueLink Capital, which is a LA-based private equity firm. Oh, yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting because, like I said, that kind of flew under the radar, but, I think it's kind of a big deal. I know a lot of people that I speak with, work with Southern Carlson, so I'm not sure if
Is
you
this
two
Kyocera like the phone I had when I was 14?
It could have been, honestly, because they're a huge, huge company
Never even
over.
heard of that. Do you mean Nokia?
No, it's called Kyocera. It was like one of the first flip phones.
Never
It
heard of
literally
that.
Before
could
the
be,
Razor.
honestly.
Wait, so Kyocera owned Southern Carlson and they sold it to
Yep.
TrueLink, which is private equity.
Yes, yep.
Okay.
And Kyocera, they also, it says that they're recognized as a world leader in fine ceramics, electronic components, and a wide range of industrial and consumer products. So it probably is them.
It was, Charles.
Yeah, they have annual revenues of $13 billion. So I'm guessing it probably is them. So good
That's
job.
crazy because it's like not the same context, I think I'd be hearing about them.
Wow, Southern Carlson has 115 stores.
Could be, actually.
That's what it says. That's crazy. 67,000 SKUs serving 50,000 professional customers.
So
They're
I've
big.
other distribution
They're
centers.
big.
I mean, they have 8 distribution centers, which is a lot. I mean, to begin with. So, you know.
Kyocera owned them for 6 years.
Okay, so I was right there, right between the 5-8. So good job, Trent.
Good job, Trent.
Nothing like patting yourself literally on the back, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so a little switching gears now. This was a big thing that just came out a couple days ago. So we're starting to already see a little bit of curtailments at the beginning of the year. Or Notar announced that they are going to be curtailing its lumber production to reduce 150 million board feet in the first quarter of 2026 in facilities in Quebec, Ontario, and the United States. The release didn't mention the specific facilities that's going to be happening. It was just kind of more of a generalized statement. So they said the demand for lumber in North America remains weak, requiring us to adjust our production levels in line with market conditions. So, but again, I'd like to just emphasize it's a curtailment, not an actual closure, which is, I think, a very big distinction.
It's also interesting. So they're going to curtail 150 million board feet. They have the capacity to produce 3 billion board feet a year.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
They're big guys. 14,000
big.
employees.
Yeah, and 60
Oh, yeah.
locations.
Yeah, because
Wow.
I mean, they made. I mean, they've combined with some other companies. Like over the past handful of years, they combined with, what was it, Resolute, right? I forget how many years ago. So I mean, yeah, they're really, really big, like
Wow.
really big, and they do a lot in the pulp and paper area as well, just directly. So
Well, it's nice. It's just a curtailment, not a
yep.
closure.
So, with that being said, the something that just came out later yesterday about James Hardie, it kind of hit the press. They announced that they are going to be optimizing their manufacturing footprint, which includes closing in the next 60 days their manufacturing facilities in Fontana, California, and Somerville, South Carolina. Said that the manufacturing operations represent approximately 6% of the company's year-to-date North American volume. It's going to be absorbed by other facilities, and that the Fontana site's innovation and research and development functions will remain in operation. So
So they girl boss very close to the sun, and they're very efficient now. So they are moving everything to the more efficient plants, it sounds like. Not that necessarily demand is down.
that's what they're saying. Yes, exactly. Exactly.
They hardied too close to the sun. They James Hardied.
They did. Good for them.
Yeah, great news, guys.
So on a more opposite end expansion thing, I want to include a little bit of, the opposite end, because I feel like it's a nice little evening out. Rewood Wholesale, they are headquartered in Greenville, Texas, announced the expansion of their operations into North Carolina and Utah. This was one that just came out, like I said, really recently, but I thought it was just kind of nice to highlight a little bit of, positive news on the expansion side of the show. It's not all, negative curtailments and, closure sites. There are companies that are, kind of growing in different areas as well. So, congratulations to them and, their organization going forward.
Yeah,
Chelsea, do you know them?
I don't know. I know
don't either.
another company with a similar name, but different number.
3 Wood Wholesale. I was looking for their website, but I'm having a hard time finding it. 3 Wood Wholesale. 3 Wood Co. 3 Wood Co. There it is. I found it.
When you look up 3 Wood, you get a lot of golf clubs.
Oh, yeah, it's a good point. 3 Wood, yeah.
So they're on WMS, in case anyone wants to know, which is a warehouse management system that I would like to have.
Should call them and talk to them about it, Nat.
Maybe I will.
Plug them in.
Maybe
Maybe
I
you can
will.
get
The website
the
is
cover.
there's not a lot to click on. Anywho, okay.
Congrats, 3 Wood.
So, one thing that's pretty fun. So, I mean, we always like to go over the applications and mortgage rates and things. I'm going to start with the mortgage rates because I thought it was pretty crazy news, and the fact that the 30-year fixed rate mortgage is averaging at 6.06 this week.
Oh, we're so
Ooh.
close.
So we're so close. Like so close. I mean, like just teetering there. And I mean, if it doesn't go below 6, I'm gonna be honestly disappointed at this point in time. Just even if it's like for 1 week, like just for the principal matter, I feel like we need to.
Man, imagine how many people will lock in if it goes below 6. It's gonna be insane, I feel like.
Well, I mean, this number is kind of insane with the mortgage applications that MBA released. Applications increased 28.5% from 1 week earlier.
Wow.
The
Wow.
week ending January 9th. So, I mean, that's think about and that I think if I remember correctly, last week's wasn't it 6.16? Yeah,
19,
6.16.
6.19, I
So, I
think.
mean, that's going down to this. I mean, I'm interested to see what this comes out to, for, in a couple of weeks when you're starting to see, this. And if it goes below 5, like you said, I mean, below 6 to the 5s, oh, that's going to be crazy. So,
Yeah,
Wow.
it's good. It's spring buying season starting to,
yeah.
You
should be
guys,
ramping up.
this is the lowest level in more than 3
Yep.
years.
Yep.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Time to buy, baby.
Time to buy.
Hmm.
It's a good time to buy.
Yeah, and it's the beginning of the year too. So I mean, at least around here, like it's snowing today. So usually, you're not seeing as much movement, but I don't know. I mean, I got a feeling this is going to start motivating people across the board, regardless of, the area and the weather. Cause I mean, how can it not?
Yeah, and I
At
think
some
if
point
people
in time, you're like,
see it in the 5s, I think they're more likely to get out of their, like,
absolutely.
current rate, be
I
more
agree.
motivated to make a change.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So hopefully that means more houses too to supply the demand.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Exactly.
I'm actually looking for a house if anybody knows of one. I'm looking for like 10 acres with a couple houses on it. So just let me know. Trying to
You
build a
start
compound.
I was gonna say, you're starting a compound?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
I'd prefer like boring Oregon City area. Also, I have a real estate agent, so nobody reach out to me if you're a real estate agent, please.
I don't think I'm going to need much help with you on that one because I might be a little bit out of your location. So I can find something
Just
around
a
here
little
though.
bit. Just a little bit.
Oh goodness. Well, on the side of, if you're looking to build, lumber prices at the end of last week were up 5% or $21 to 471. Previously they were at 450 for some simple math, it's being done there. So seeing a little bit of upward momentum there as well. So, I mean, it's been a pretty positive, I guess you could say, start to the year across the board for a lot of these different, metrics that we like to look at.
It's kind of crazy when you look at the graph. It's like 2026, 2025, and 2024 all started almost at the exact same lumber price.
Yeah, they're all on the same little dot.
Well, it's now not showing the years that were the a little bit the anomalies, so the graph looks a little more normalized because for the longest time we still had that little huge increase in what was it 2020
Yeah,
Right.
2021, right?
up
Yeah.
to $1,600.
Yeah, so that graph was just it was hard to read because it just mentally you're looking at it, it just throws everything off because you're like, "What about this?" So kinda
Right.
taking that off, I think makes it a little bit more easy to digest,
And
I gue
it makes you realize that 2025 was a good
Pretty
year
good year.
comparatively to 23 and 24.
Mhm. Yep.
We're
But it didn't feel like
confident.
that when we were in it. One
Yeah.
thing we've been talking a lot about lately is consumer sentiment in relation to a lot of positive economic indicators and how maybe it's the media, maybe it's where you get your news sources are just kind of negative. And so, like, if you look at this graph, it's a great economic indicator that last year wasn't that bad at all. And hopefully this year it's going to be positive as well.
Exactly, and I think that I mean, a lot of it is that. I mean, I mean, I think that when you're looking at it in hindsight, I mean, it's just like a lot of the things are just that negativity across the board sells, and it's more interesting than if you're everyone's saying that it's rosy. Everyone's like, okay, cool. But if you can have something a little bit more negative, it sells more. So I mean, I think there's a vested interest in people who are having opinion based news come out like that. Obviously, when it comes down to like numbers are numbers though. So
Mhm.
I mean, for me, I thought last year across the board it was a good year. Like I don't have
Yeah.
a whole lot of bad things to say. I mean, I can see, I mean, at least in the front of what we're talking about, like an economic thing, I mean, things, sure, they got a little more expensive here and there, but it wasn't like what I felt like I was being told it was going to be in like February and March. Like I felt like I was going to be paying like $10 for gas by the end of the year, like my eggs were gonna be like I was gonna be taking on a second mortgage for them. And it's like, I'm paying the
Right.
same amount personally for eggs as I was previously. Milk's good. So, I mean, I think that overall things kind of found at this point in time, I still have found a good, landing zone across the board. Obviously could
Yeah.
change, but so far, so good.
Crazy.
I have a piece of news. Did
Okay.
you know that the America's biggest private landowner is no longer Red Emerson?
It's the guy who owns that sports team, right? Yeah, because
Yeah.
he is. Yep.
Stan Kroenke
Yep.
now holds 2.7 million acres in total after he bought 1 million acres in New Mexico land ran in December.
Wow.
We were
Yeah,
just talking about it with my friends the other day because they were just like, "Oh my goodness gracious, that's crazy."
crazy. Anyways, that's what I have to bring for today.
No, it's a good little note. It's interesting,
Get a
honestly,
little
to see.
niblet.
I mean, the one thing I've always found that, like, I remember someone told me this years ago, which is, and I mean, obviously this is pretty accurate, but it's just like, it's always good to invest in like land and stuff like that because it's one of the few finite resources. You can't truly build like new land. I mean, you can, use certain things to build a little bit, but land is land. I mean, you're not going to be like, look at there's XYZ more over there, so to speak. So it's a very good investment. It's just
True dat.
expensive usually.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, it was great being back with you here today,
Yeah. Welcome back. Happy to have you.
and we'll see you next week.
See you next
Yes,
week.
yes.
All
Have a
All
right.
good
right.
week and a good
Bye,
Signing
weekend.
off.
everyone.